Hi guys, welcome back to another exciting tutorial of Great Stack. Today in this video we are going to learn how to create a to-do list app using React.js and Tailwind CSS. So here you can see I have one to-do list app and we have one input field. If we type something in this input field, let me type Learn React.js and Tailwind CSS. Then click on this button, Add. So this text has been added in our list. Let me add one more text. Build mini projects using React.js. Click on the Add button. So another item has been added in this to-do list app. Let me add the next one. Build advanced project using React.js. Let's add next task, add project link in resume, and let me add one more task, apply for internship or job. So we have added 5 items in our to-do list. Right now these tasks are incomplete, and when we click on any one, it will be marked as completed. If we click again it will be marked as incomplete. So if I click on this one, on the second one, on third one, you can see all 3 items has been marked as completed, right? And we can also delete any of these tasks using this delete icon. Let me delete the second one. You can see the second item has been deleted. Let me delete the last one. You can see the last one has been deleted. Let's click on this one. So it will be unchecked. It means it is incomplete. So on this to-do list app, we have added the add feature. Then we can delete the task and we can change the status like checked or unchecked. And if I refresh this website, you can see still our task will be saved in the browser. Let me close this browser and open again. We have closed it, and if I open the browser, open this URL, now again you can see all our task has been saved in this to-do list app. We will create this to-do list app using React.js and Tailwind CSS. So let's get started. To create our React project, here we will create a folder. And let me add the folder name To-Do app. Now let's open this folder with VS Code editor. Now this To-Do app is open in VS Code. Here we will open the terminal. So just click here, select new terminal. And here we will add the command to create our React project. And we will create this React project using the Vite package. So just add npm create Vite at latest. After writing this command, press enter. Now it is asking for the project name. So in this project name, I will type dot. So it will create the project with the same name that we have provided in the folder name, which is To-Do app. Press enter. From here, we will select React. In this one, we will select JavaScript. Now you can see the folder structures in the left side. After that, we have to type npm install. Press enter. So it will install some dependencies. After that, we can start our project using npm run dev. So here let's type npm run dev, press enter. So our project is running on this localhost URL. Let's open this URL in the browser. So here you can see our basic React project is running in this browser. Next we have to clear this app. So just come back and In this left sidebar, you can see we have src, and in this src we have app.css file. Let's right click and delete this one. After that, here we have index.css file. Open this one and clear everything. Now let's open this app.jsx file. Here also we will delete all the codes, and here we will use the RAFCE snippet and click here, so it will create this component. If this RAFCE snippet is not coming for you, then you have to install one extension. You can see this extension ES7 React Redux. So just install this one. Then you can use the RAFCE snippet to create your component. After that, here you can see we have index.html file. Let me open this one. And in this one you can see the title. It is Vite plus React. So let's delete this one, and here we will add the project title, which is ToDo app. So I have added ToDo app and greatest stack. Now let me open this assets folder. Here we have react.svg. Just right click and delete this image. Save the changes and open the web page. Now you can see this project is cleared, and here we have ToDo app greatest stack. Next we have to add the Tailwind CSS in this project. For that, let's open Google and search for Tailwind CSS with Vite. So you can see this link, install Tailwind CSS with Vite. Open this one. So here we have the steps to install Tailwind CSS in our React project. So we have already created the React project using these commands. After that, the next step is to install Tailwind CSS. For that, we have to type these two commands. So let me copy the first one and open the VS Code. Expand this terminal, and here first we have to stop this project. For that, we will type Ctrl+C, then yes. Now we can add any command. So just paste the command to install the Tailwind CSS. Then press enter. After completing this, let's come back and we will add this second command. Just copy this one and paste it here. So after installing it, you will see two files in the left sidebar, which is tailwindconfig.js and postcss.config.js. Let's come back here, and now you can see the third step. So here you can see this code that you have to paste in tailwind.config.js file. So just copy this code, come back, open tailwind.config.js file and replace this one. That's it. After that, let's come back, and here you can see the fourth step. So we have to copy these three lines and paste it in the index.css file. So let me copy this and come back. Open index.css file, paste it here. That's it. Now we have the support of Tailwind CSS in our React project. After that, we have to install one extension. So I have already installed this Tailwind CSS IntelliSense extension that will help us to write the Tailwind classes in our project. It will suggest the class name. Close this one. Now let's open the app.jsx file, and here if I add any text in h1, great stack. After that, we have to start our project. Let's expand this one, and here we will add npm run dev. Press enter. Now let's open the web page again. So you can see this text, greatest tag, correct? Now let's apply some Tailwind classes on this text. So in this h1, let me add class name property, and here we will add the Tailwind classes. Let's add bg, gray 600. Save the changes. Now you can see this gray color for this text background. Now I want to change the color of this text. Let's come back. Here we will add text white. Save the changes. You can see this greatest tag text in white color. So our Tailwind classes are working fine, correct? So now let me delete this one, and now we will create our components. But before that, we will add the assets that I will be using on this app. So let me come back. Here you can see we have the assets folder, and in this one I have some icons. So let me copy this one, and we will open our project folder, then go to src folder, then assets folder, and paste these icons here. You can find the download link of these icons in the video description. Let me close this one and open this VS Code. So in this left sidebar, you can see we have the assets folder, and in this one we have all the icons, which is delete, not tick, tick, and ToDo, right? Now let's create the components. So in this src folder, we will create a new folder. So right click here on this src and select new folder, and we'll add the folder name components. Now in this components folder, we will create a new file, and let's add the file name ToDo. You need to start the file name with the uppercase. So the file name is todo.jsx. Now here we will add RAFCE, and here we will add the text ToDo, right? Next we have to mount this ToDo component in our app component. So let me open this app.jsx. Here we have this div, and in this div let's add angle bracket ToDo. Select it from this snippet, so it will import this ToDo component, right? Then we can close this tag. After that, if we open the web page, you can see this text ToDo, correct? Now let me change the background color of this web page. So let me come back. Here in this app.jsx file, here we have this div. So in this one we will add the class name, and we will use the Tailwind classes. So let me show you some examples how you can get the classes. So just come back, open Tailwind CSS, then click on docs. And in this search bar, you can search for any CSS properties. So I want to add the background. So let's add background color. You can add the background color like this: BG, BG current, BG transparent, BG black, BG white, BG slate, 50, 100, 200, like this. And we have all these colors. So let me add one of these color. I will select this one, BG stone 900. Come back, and here we will provide this class name. Like this, you can go and search for different CSS properties. Like if I want to add grid layout, let me search this. And here you can see we can simply add this class name grid. Copy this, add it here. Now suppose I want to add some padding. So let's come back. In this search box we will add padding. So you can add this padding like P0, PX0. PX0 means padding from the left side and right side. If we write PY0, it means padding from top and bottom. We can increase the values also, like P0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, correct? So let me come back, and here we will add padding from top and bottom. So we will add PY4. And after that I want to apply the height also. So let me come back, and here we will add height. So in this height you can see we have the options to add H40, H52 like this, and we can use like this also, H5/6. You can see the exact value here. You can use the H full also, that is height 100%. You can use the H screen, that is height 100 VH. So I am going to use H screen. If you want to learn more about Tailwind CSS classes, I have dedicated video about Tailwind CSS. You can find that video link in the description. Now let me close this document and come back. Here we can add H screen, that is height 100 VH, or I will add minimum height like this, min H, correct? Let me save the changes and open the web page. So you can see this dark color on the complete web page, and here we have this text ToDo, correct? Now let's come back and we will open this ToDo component. Here we will remove this text. Here we will add some Tailwind classes in this div to create this div as a box. So just add the class name, and let's add bg white, then place self center, then we will add width. It will be 11 by 12. It is approximately 90%. Then we will add the maximum width. So the maximum width will be medium. Then it will be flex and flex column. Then we will add the padding from all sides. So I will add P7. Then let me provide the minimum height also. So let's add the minimum height, and here we can also use the square bracket, and in this one we can add our own value like this. After that we will make the corners round. So here we will add rounded XL. Save the changes and open the web page. Now you can see this white color of box in the center of this web page. Now in this box we will add one title. So let me come back, and within this div let's add a space. Let me close this one so we will get more space for typing. Now in this one let's add one comment, title, right? So here we will start the title. So for this title we will add the text and one image also. So we will add this within a div. So just add one div, and in this div let's provide the class name flex. Then we will add item center. Then we will add the margin from top. It is 7 pixels. Then let's add the gap. It will be 2. In this one we will add the text and image. So let me add one text in h1 tag. So the text is ToDo list. Save the changes. You can see this text here, ToDo list. Now we will design this text. So in this one let's add the class name, and we will increase the text size, text 3XL. Then we will add the font weight, so we'll add font semi-bold. So now this text is looking good. With this text, we will add one icon also. So before this text, let's add the img tag. And in this src, we have to provide the image path. For that, we have to import the image. So in this assets folder, you can see we have todo_icon.png. So we will import this icon in this file. So here at the top, we will add import todo_icon from, then we will provide the path. So just add // then assets folder / then todo_icon.png. After that, we can use this todo icon in this src. So add curly braces and paste this icon. Now save the changes and open the web page. You can see this icon here, which is very big. So now we'll add some CSS classes. So just come back, and in this image, let's add class name. And in this class name, let's provide W8, that is width 8. That's it. Save the changes. Now you can see this complete title is looking good with this icon. After this title, we will create one input field where people can enter the text and add that text in the to-do list. So let's come back, and our title is closing here. So here, let's add another comment. Just copy this, paste it here, and here we will add input box, right? So in this input box, there will be one input field and one button. So first we will create one div, and in this div, we will add the input field. Input type will be text, then placeholder, and the placeholder text is add your task. After this input field, there will be one button. So add button, and here we will add the button text. It is add plus. That's it. Let me save the changes and come back to the web page. Here we have this input field, add your task, and one add button. Correct? Next we'll add some Tailwind classes. So just come back, and first we'll add the Tailwind classes for this div. So in this one, just add the class name property, then flex. After that, item center, then margin from y-axis. Then we will add the background also. So just add background, gray 200. Then we will add rounded. It is full. You can see here we have this gray color in the background. Right? Now let's come back and we'll add CSS classes in this input field and button. So in this input field, just add class name, and here let's provide BG transparent. So the background will be transparent. Then we will provide the border 0. After that, we will add outline none. Then we will add flex 1. Then let me add the height, so h14. Then we will add the padding from the left side. It is 6. And then we will add the padding from the right side. It is 2. And next we have to change the color of the placeholder text also. So here let's add placeholder, then colon, and here we will add text slate 600. So we have provided these classes in this input field. After that, let's come back and you can see this input field is looking good. You can see this placeholder also, add your task. Next, we will add the classes in this add button. So just come back, and in this add button, let's add class name property, and here we will add the border none. Then we will add rounded full. Then we will add the background color. So just add BG orange 600. Then we will set the width. It is 32. Then we will set the height. It is 14. Then we will set the text color. So the text will be white. And after that we'll set the font size. So just add text large. Then we'll add the font weight. So just add font medium. After that, cursor pointer. Correct this one. It will be orange. Save the changes. Now you can see this add button is also looking good. So we have created the title and this input area where people can enter their task. After that, we will add the area where the list of to-do items will be displayed. So just come back, copy this one, and after closing of this div, here just add this, and here we will add to-do list. Correct? And here we will display the to-do list in one div like this. So in this div, we will display all the to-do items. So there will be multiple to-do items, right? That's why we will create a new component for the to-do items. So let's right click on this components folder and select new file. And here we will add the file name to-do items.jsx. So in this one we will add RAFCE, correct? And here we have this div. So in this one, let's add class name flex, then item center, then we will add the margin from the y-axis, then we will add the gap of 2. Right? Now in this one, let's add another div where we will display the small icon that will be check or uncheck icon, and we will display the text. So just add one div, and in this div, first we will add the img tag. In this image, we will display either tick or untick icon. So first we have to import the icons. So just add import tick from, then /assets/tick.png. Let me duplicate it. Here we will add this one, which is not tick. Add it here also. So we have imported both icons, and let me import one more icon, that is delete icon. Delete icon from delete.png. So we have imported these 3 icons. Now let me use this first icon. Here in this src we will add curly braces and tick. That's it. Now we will display one text also. So here let's add one p tag, and in this p we will add any dummy text. So just add learn coding. Save the changes. Come back. Save the changes. Now we have to mount this to-do items in this component, which is to-do component. So within this div, let's add angle bracket. We will add to-do items, select it from here. So it will import this to-do items from this file, correct? After that, we can close this tag. That's it. Save the changes. You can see here we have this icon and this text, which is learn coding, correct? Now just come back, and here we have this to-do items file. So in this one, let's add the CSS properties. So first we will add the CSS property in this div. So just add the class name, and we will add flex. Then we will add the flex 1. Then we will add item center. Then we will add the cursor pointer. That's it. Now you can see this icon and this text in same horizontal line, correct? Now just come back, and here we have this img. So in this one, let's add the class name, and we will provide the width w7. That's it. After that, here we have this p tag. So in this one also we'll add the class name. Here we will change the text color. So just add text slate 700. Then we will add the margin from the left side, and after that we will change the font size. So just add text, and here we will add the value 17 pixel. Save the changes. Now you can see this text and icons are looking good, correct? After that, we will add one delete icon at the end of this line. So just come back, and after closing of this div, here let's add one img tag, and in this img tag we will display the delete icon. So we have already imported this delete icon. So just copy this, add it here. Now in this one also we will add the class name. So just add class name, and let's provide the width. It will be 3.5. Then cursor pointer. That's it. Save the changes, come back, and you can see here we have this delete icon. So we have created the design for the individual to-do item. Now let's come back, and here if I duplicate this one, add it for 2 times. Now you can see here we have 2 to-do items, correct? But here we have the same text in both to-do items. So let me come back, and instead of adding this text in this p tag, here we have added learn coding. So instead of that, let me add curly braces. Let's move it in the next line so you can see clearly. So here we have added curly braces, and in this one just add text. We will get this text from the props. So here in this to-do items, let's add the curly braces, and we will provide text. That's it. Now what will happen when we are mounting this component? We have to provide one text. So in this one, let's add text is equal to learn coding. Let me add the text in second one also. Here we will add learn coding from greatest stack. So we have added different text. Now let's come back, and you can see here in the first one we have the learn coding, and in the second task we have learn coding from greatest stack. So now we have created the UI part of this to-do app. Now we will add the functionality so that when I type some text in this input field and click on this add button, it will add that text in this to-do list. For that, let's come back. In this todo.jsx file, we will create one function that will add the to-do text. So here before this return, let's add some space. Here just add const add, this will be one add function, and in this add we need the text that is written in the input field. For that we will use the useRef. So here let's add const input_ref is equal to useRef hook. Select this one from a snippet, so it will import this useRef from React package like this. Now we have to connect this useRef with the input field. So here we have the input field, right? So in this input just add ref is equal to input ref. That's it. Save the changes. Now we can use this input ref to get the value that is entered in the input field. So here in this add function, let's add const input text is equal to input ref, that is here. From this input ref we will add current dot value. After that let's print this one. So just add console log input text. So we can see the value that is entered in the input field. Next we have to call this add function. So let me copy this one, and here we have the button. So in this button tag just add onClick property and provide this add function. That's it. Save the changes. Now let's open the web page, and let me open the browser console. So now if I type something in this input field, let's say learning React.js, then click on this add button. Now you can see this message in the console. Correct? Right now if I add some space here like this, learning React.js and Tailwind, we have added some extra space at the beginning, right? Then click on this add button. You can see here also we are getting some space. So to remove this space, just come back, and on this value we will add the trim method like this. So it will remove the extra space from the start and end. Save the changes, come back, let me clear it, and now if I add a space and add this text, you can see we don't have space at the beginning, correct? So we can get the text that is written in the input field. Next we have to add this text in the to-do list. For that we will create one state variable where we will store all the to-do list. So just come back, and here let's add const, and we will add the state variable name, that is to-do list, and the setter function name is set to-do list, and here we will use state. Select it from the snippet. So use state has been imported. Now we will initialize it with empty array, because we will store multiple to-dos in this to-do list. That's why we have added the initial value one empty array where we can store multiple data. That's it. Now when we click on the add button, it will execute this function and we will get the input text. So after that we have to use this input text and store it in the to-do list state. But before we store the data in this to-do list, we have to add some other information also for the particular to-do. Like we will provide the ID, and we will also provide the status like complete or incomplete. For that, let me remove this one, and here we will add const new to-do Using this input text, we will create a new to-do. This will be one object. So here the first property will be ID, and every time we will generate a unique ID. For that we will use this date.now. So it will generate one unique number. After that we will add this input text in this object, right? So we will add text, then input text, then we will add the status. It could be complete or incomplete. So just add is complete and it will be false. So by default the to-do will be incomplete, and when it is true it means the status is complete. So we have created a new to-do object using the input text, and after that we can store this to-do in this array. Correct? So to update this to-do list we will use this setter function. So just copy this one, and after this let's add set to-do list. Here we will add one arrow function, and in this one we will get the previous to-do items that is stored in the array. So just add previous, then we will return one array. In this array we will spread the previous to-do using the spread operator, then we will insert this new to-do like this. Once we store this input text in the to-do list with this ID and complete status, we will clear the input field. So to clear the input field, here let's add input ref dot current dot value, and we will store empty string. So the input field will be empty, right? Next we have to add one condition here. Suppose we clicked on the add button that executes this function, and we have not entered anything in the input field. It means input field is empty. Then we will not execute this code. So here just add if. In this condition just add input text, and if the input text is empty string, then simply return null. Correct? So when we don't have any text in the input field and we will click on the add button, it will come here and it will get the return statement, then it will skip this code. Correct? And if we have some text in the input field, then that text will be added in this object with the unique ID and a status false. After creating this object, we will store this object in this to-do list using this code, and after that we will clear the input field using this line. That's it. Now using this to-do list, which is one array, we will display the to-do list in our app. So let's scroll down and you can see here we have added the to-do items manually. So instead of this we will add one array, that is to-do list. Correct? And on this one we will use the map method. So we have to add it in curly braces like this. Then to-do list dot map. We can use this map on the array, right? So here just add one arrow function. In this we will get individual item and we will get index number. Now here we will return the to-do item component. So just add return and add this to-do items, and here we have to provide in this one we have to provide the key, and in this key we will provide index. After that we have to provide some data using props. So we have to provide the text. So just add text, and in this text let's add this individual item, and from this item we will find the text. You can see in this object we have the ID, text and is complete. So we will provide this text. Copy this one and add it here, item.text. Let me remove these static value, save the changes and open the web page. Right now you can see our to-do list app is clear. We don't have any task in this list. Correct. Now if I type something, learn React.js, click on this add button, you can see this learn React.js has been added in this list. Let me add one more, learn coding from Great Stack. Then click on this add button. You can see learn coding from Great Stack has been added in this list. Let me add one more. Subscribe Great Stack YouTube channel. Click on this add button. You can see this message, subscribe Great Stack YouTube channel in this to-do list items. So this add to-do functionality is working fine. So let me come back. Here we are passing text in this to-do items, but we have this other data also, which is ID and is complete. So let me pass these data also. So in this to-do items, let's pass ID and here we will add item.id. Next we will pass the is complete. So just add is complete. Here we will add item dot is complete. Correct. So now we have provided text, ID and is complete using the props. Let me come back to this to do items and here we can destructure all the props. So with this text we will receive the ID also, then is complete property. Correct. So after making this add functionality, next we will add the feature so that when we click on this delete icon, it will delete the particular task. If I click right now, you can see it is not working. So we'll create the feature to delete individual to-do item. So just come back. Let's open todo.jsx file, scroll up. Here we have the add function. So after this add function, let's add another function and it will be delete to do. So just add const delete to do. And for deleting any to do item, we need their ID. So we will get the ID here. And here, when we delete the to do, we have to update this state to do list using this setter function set to do list. So here just add this set to do list and here we will get the previous data. Let's add previous to dos and on this previous to do we will apply the filter. So just add previous to dos dot filter. Here we will get individual to do and let's add arrow function. So this filter will return all the to do items except where the ID is same that we have passed here. So here use this individual to do item dot ID and here we will add not equal to this ID. So what will happen? It will check for each to do items. If their ID is same as this ID, then it will ignore that to do item and it will return all the other to do item. Here we have to provide the return keyword. That's it. So it will return all the to do items except where the ID is this one. And it will be stored using this set to do list that will update this data. Right? After that, we have to link this delete to do function with the delete icon. So let's pass this delete to do using this props. So in this to do items, let me pass one more prop delete to do equal to delete to do. Save the changes, open this to do items. Here we will destructure that delete to do, and now we can link this function with the delete icon. So here we have the delete icon, correct? So in this one, just add on click property. We will add one arrow function, and here let's provide that function delete to do, right? And in this one we have to pass one ID also, so that it will delete the particular to do. You can see here we have created the delete function that accept one ID as parameter. So we have to pass this here. So just add this ID. So it will delete the particular to do item. Save the changes and open the web page. Let me add some to do items. So we have added 3 to do items. Now let me delete the second one. Click on this delete icon. You can see the second to do item has been deleted. Let me click on the last one. You can see it has been deleted. So this delete feature is working fine. Let me delete this one also. You can see now it is deleted. So this delete feature is also working, correct? Next we have to add the functionality so that when we will click on any to do item, that will become checked or unchecked. It means the task will be completed or incomplete. So let's come back, and here in this todo.js file we will create another function. So let me create one function with the name toggle. Just add const toggle equal to one arrow function, and in this toggle also we need one ID so that we can change the complete status either true or false for the particular item. Here also we will use this setter function, set to do list. Again we'll get the previous data. So just add one arrow function, and here we'll get previous to do. After getting the previous to do list, here let's add return statement. Here we will use this previous to do's dot map. In this map, let's add individual to do item, and here we will add one condition if this to do item dot ID is equal to this ID that we are passing through parameter, right? If it is same, then it will update the is complete status. So let's add return. It will return one object. In this object it will add the individual to do, right? And in this one there is property called is complete. So it will update this is complete true, right? Now whenever we will call this toggle function, it will change the status true, but I want something like when it is true it becomes false, and if it is false it becomes true. For that, just copy this, and here let's add not to do dot is complete. That's it. So for this to do, it will check the current status. If it is false it will make it true, if it is true it will make it false. That's it. So this if statement will return the individual to do item for which we have provided the ID, but we will return other items also. So just add return and simply return to do. That will return other items without changing the status. That's it. And the new data will be stored using this set to do list function. Correct? Next, we have to link this toggle function here in this to do items. We have this div where we have the image and text, correct? So on this div, let's add onClick property. Here we will provide one arrow function. Then provide this toggle and we will provide the ID. Right? Now how we can check whether the isComplete data has been updated or not. So let me come back, and here we will add one use effect. You can see use effect has been imported from this React package. Here we will add one arrow function, and then we will add one dependency array. In this array, let's add this to-do list. So whenever the to-do list gets updated, it will execute this arrow function. And here just add log and print this one. That's it. Save the changes. Let me copy this toggle. And in this to-do item component, we have to provide it as a prop. Like this. Toggle. And here in this to-do items, we will destructure it. Toggle. That's it. Save the changes. Come back. Now if I click on this text and expand this array, expand this object, you can see isComplete is true. Earlier it was false, now it is true. If I click again, now we will get another array. Open this one, you can see isComplete false. Right? Let's click again. Expand it. And now you can see it is true. This toggle feature is working fine. Now using this isComplete, we have to add a stroke line on this text, and we have to update this icon also. So let's come back. Here we have this isComplete. Let's copy this one. And you can see here we have the img tag where we are using the tick icon. So instead of adding this tick icon, here let's add isComplete, then question mark. Right? If this isComplete is true, then this tick icon will be displayed. If it is false, in that case, we will display not tick icon. Right? We are using this ternary operator. If it is true, this tick will be displayed. If it is false, this not tick will be displayed. Save the changes, come back, refresh this one. Let me add one text here. Learn React.js and Tailwind. Click on this add button. Let me add the another one. Build mini project using React.js. Let's add one more. Build advanced project using React.js. The next one is add project link in resume. Then let me add one more. Apply for internship or job. So all the to-do items has been added here. And right now you can see here we have one circle icon, correct? And if I click on this one, you can see it display the tick icon. Let's click again. Again we have this circle icon. If I click again, here we have the check mark. Correct? Let's try it with another one. You can see it is working fine. Now with this check mark, we will add one line through on this text. So just come back. Here we have this p text. Correct? So in this one, we will add the Tailwind CSS class, that is line through. And we will use this isComplete. So first we have to convert this string in template literal. So let me add this in curly braces. Here we will add backtick. Here also backtick. Correct? Now here let's add $, curly braces, and we will add is complete, then question mark. If is complete is true, then we will add one class name, that is line through, which is the Tailwind CSS class, and here we will add colon and empty string. If it is false, we will not add any class name. If it is true, we will add line through class name. Let me move this one in second line so that you can see clearly. Here we have added $, curly braces, then is complete is true, then line through. If it is false, then empty string. And we have added all these classes in backtick, correct? And when we are adding the line through, we have to set the color also for the text decoration. So here we will add one more class name. After this, text size, let's add text decoration slate 500. That's it. Save the changes and come back to the web page. So you can see this line through in the first one and third one, because we have added this check mark, and here the status of is complete is true. If I click again, you can see it will remove the line through. Let's click again on this third one. It will remove this line through and it will change the icon. We can click like this. So when it is checked, it means this task has been completed. And when it is unchecked, it means it is incomplete. So till now we have created the add to do functionality, then delete functionality, then we have added this complete and incomplete functionality, correct? But right now, if I refresh this web page, you can see it becomes empty. We don't have the to-do list items, right? So to fix this one, we have to store our to-do items in our browser local storage. So let's come back to this todo.jsx file, and here we have added this use effect, correct? So in this use effect, we will use the local storage. Let me remove this one. Just add local storage dot set item. So it will store the item in the local storage. So what we have to store? We have to store this to-do list, this one, correct? And for this one, we have to provide one key name. So let me add the key name, that is to-dos. So this is the key name, then comma, and here we will provide the value that I want to store in the local storage of the web browser. But we cannot store this data because it is one array. We can store the data in form of a string only. So we have to convert this data in a string. So let's add json.stringify, and in this one provide this to-do list. So this to-do list, which is one array, that will be converted in the string and it will get stored in the browser local storage with the name to-dos. That's it. Save the changes and let's come back to the web page. Let me open the browser dev tool. Click here, then click on application. Here you can see local storage. Expand this one, then click here. Here you can see we have one to-dos and one empty array, correct? Let me expand it. Now if I add some task in this to-do list, so let me add the task, learn React.js and Tailwind. So you can see it is updating the data in this local storage, right? You can see here, or you can see here also, correct? Let me add one more task, build mini project using React.js. So you can see here we have the second object, correct? We have the ID is complete false, and here we have the build mini project using React.js. You can see at the right bottom, correct? So it is updating the data in this local storage. You can see it is false. If I click on this one and expand this, you can see is complete is true. So all the data is getting saved in this local storage. So right now we have stored the data in this local storage, but if I refresh the web page, you can see still it is empty, because here when creating this state variable to-do list, we have added this empty array, right? So instead of adding this empty array, we will get the data from the local storage, correct? So here let me remove this one and we will add local storage dot get item. Here we are using get item, that is used for getting the data from the local storage, and here we were using set item that will store the data in the local storage. You can see we have added the key name to-dos, so we have to provide this key name here, local storage dot get item, then provide this key name. So if this is available, first it will check if it is available, so just add the ternary operator. Let's add question mark. So it will check this local storage has any data with this key to-dos. So if any data is available with this key, then we will use this data and store it in this to-do list state variable. But this data will be stored as a form of string, so we have to convert it. So here let's add json.parse, and within this provide this one, local storage dot get item to-dos. So it will get the data from here, then it will convert it as an array and it will be stored here in this to-do list. If there is no data with this key, in that case here just add colon and we will store one empty array. That's it. Save the changes. Now let's open the web page, and here if I add learn React.js and Tailwind, let's add build mini project using React.js. Let's add one more text. Subscribe Great Stack YouTube channel. You can see all these data has been stored in this local storage. Here we have 3 objects. Let me expand it. So in the first one you can see learn React.js and Tailwind. In the second one you can see the text build mini project using React.js. In the third text you can see subscribe Great Stack YouTube channel. Now let me click on this one, so it will be marked as completed, right? And now if I refresh the web page, you can see it is not changing. So we have successfully stored our to-do list data in the web browser, and whenever we will open the web browser, it will get the data from the local storage and it will display all our to-do list items. Let me close this browser like this, and let me close the project also. So let me open the terminal. In this terminal I will add Ctrl+C. Yes, so it will stop this project. Now let me start this project again. We have already closed the browser. npm run dev. Let me open this link. So you can see still it is displaying our saved to-do list items. When we closed the browser and open the browser again, still we have this data saved on our to-do list. So finally we have created our to-do list app using React.js and Tailwind CSS. I hope this video will be helpful for you. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. Please like and share this video and also subscribe my channel Great Stack to watch more videos like this one. Thank you so much for watching this video.